Hello, it is I, Dr. Brian Lorgon 111, and welcome back to Void Stranger. What are we doing here? Oh, this little kink is pretty memorable. There's a use statue there. How could I ever get that? I need to cause it to fall and become a white tile. I need to place a tile next to it, trigger it. It will also trigger this one because all the adjacent ones get triggered. So there is a puzzle in this that was vaguely similar to this that I was mentioning, the kink, but this time we do not have this super rod, which means we can only carry one tile at a time. So where is a white tile gonna go? It seems like I have to have a white tile here if I'm going to trigger something here. So in order to get a white tile here, and I guess whatever tile I just stepped off of, I would be able to use as the trigger tile. I'd be able to pull it after it had already been stepped on, and then leave it there and then step on it the second time. So basically my goal is to get a white tile here, which means I would need to have at least a purple tile here to stand on first. Okay, so I think I see the end state. So now let's work on the first half of the puzzle, which is how do I get a white tile? Let's just do some very straightforward stuff. Hey look, a white tile, it now exists in the game field of play. And I can even pick it up and take it somewhere. And this almost does it. Yeah, I need to, once I put the white tile down, okay. If I had more purple blocks, let's see if I can drop off a purple block here first. Let's see if I can drop off a purple block there first. Yes-ish. And then how much effort is it to cause a white tile to come into existence? It's in existence, but it's not currently pick-upable. Well, I mean, I can pick it up, but then I can't go anywhere. Okay. Suppose I do push this upward to create the white tile here. What's like the order to think about this? Or maybe it's even something ridiculous, like I'm going to push it to the left and then like pick it up over here somehow, and then go around and put down the purple tile somewhere where I need it. It feels like I need to get the purple tile down first. I kind of like what I did here, and then it feels like I want to use this at the end of the puzzle. To me, yeah, it just kind of feels right. So I'm going to imagine that I know what I'm doing there. But which direction am I picking up the white tile from now? Now I'm not so sure. I guess I could, okay, this one's interesting at least. I needed this tile to stick around, I think. Yeah, I wanted to push this guy to the north, but I'd have to do that with the south tile intact. Okay, so let's do the same type of thing. Drop this off here. And then I want to pick up this tile. Oh, I need to put it in front of that statue, though. Yeah, okay, I've made a giant mess of things. Let's once again remember how to make the white tile. So, if I had this, I can place something here, do this. And then let's imagine that this little kink was actually over here and I was trying to get that way. Could I do it? Mostly-ish, maybe? I picked up the white tile, and then I was carrying it this way. So, could I have gone around the top and done a similar type of thing? That seems plausible. So, if I Yeah, if I do this, I've created a white tile. I could pick it up from the south here. So let's try to get there, and I'm going to be picking up the white tile, so I shouldn't bother picking up anything else. I have picked up a white tile. I want to get it in here somewhere. And now we get into the easier said than done. Suppose, however, I dropped it off here. Can I go back around and get it? Almost. Because I have like all this path up until here. But then I could have hopped over here, and then I don't have the purple tile here that I was going to need. So once again, I need a white tile here. And a purple tile here, as far as I can tell. And if I could get those two things, I would be done. And the purple tile is fine if it's triggered. Like, I'm going to step on it. I'm going to drop off the white tile. I'm going to go refetch it and then drop this. And then I'd have 2 white tiles and I'd be done. Okay. So. The problem with trying to do this clockwise and then come back around is that I don't see how I'm going to leave a purple tile here. Is there a way to go around clockwise and do that? If I think I'm pushing this guy to the left, and I'm coming from clockwise, that means I had to have come from the north, which means I couldn't leave a purple tile here that was unstepped on. So I don't think clockwise could work for what I'm doing. Counterclockwise. What if I push you down? That's something I haven't tried yet. Can I leave the purple tile and push you down? In order to leave a purple tile here. Yeah, I think I might be able to. No, I was thinking I was going to put it down there, but I'd have to be coming from the north. So, okay. What if I pick this up? Drop off the purple tile here. But now in order to push you left, I need a tile here, which I could do. Take this tile. Push you left. Did I mean to push you left or did I mean to push you down? I've already forgotten. From here, it doesn't look like I can get back across here now, does it? Yeah, it feels like I want to be using these tiles, so I think that was the wrong thing to do. But we're doing stuff. So, to do all that, I dropped off the purple tile first. Then, is there another tile I could grab to put here? In order to put a tile here, I wouldn't be able to do it from this side. This side I used up. And also I don't have a path. So imagine that's not going to happen. In which case, where else can I place a tile next to you? You're quickly running out of spots. There's a spot. But I think I needed to grab the white tile from here. How am I going to grab the white tile? The trick to grabbing a white tile, is to also have another purple block on my person. If I could... I think I could have done things differently and possibly made this happen. I was going to say if I could have placed it here. Well, placing it there is still not enough. To grab the white tile, I need a purple tile that's still next to it on the grid here. So I need to have not touched... I think I need to... This is the one I just pushed it off of, so this one was already triggered. If I push it north, for example, I would need this one or this one to not yet be touched. Is there... And it can't be this one. because I couldn't pick up this way because I have to have this purple tile untouched. So it would have to be this one if I push it north. So is it possible to leave this tile, let's leave my mouse cursor on it, untriggered? That's the new question of the day. Purple tile left behind. And I used this tile, and there's no way to get back already. So that doesn't work. Let's keep trying this for a moment. So if I need that one to get back... Ooh, then I don't think I can drop off a purple tile first. So let's imagine I'm dropping off the purple tile later. Then, from here, I can pick up the white tile. And I could place it here. This will be farther than I have gotten, but I think still not far enough. I could also place it here. That's very close. In fact, I can even drop the use statue, but it will kill me. Let's just demonstrate that dropping the use statue causes a white tile to appear in that corner. There's the white tile. So that was very close. I'm going to continue to leave my mouse cursor here because it helps me think for a moment. Could I have left a purple tile in any other useful location over here along the way? Yeah, if I had a block that I could drop right now, that would be great. But I don't. But let's imagine I had dropped a block there, and let's just see if the rest of it all kind of holds up. Yeah, I think I picked this up and did this. No, that's not what I did. Right, in addition to this one, I also use this one to get back around to the white block. So these two, I'm going to put my mouse cursor in between the two of those. Try to remember that. And I'm still going to make this circuit even though I'm not doing anything useful right now, just because it helps me keep track of what I'm doing. So yeah, I'm not carrying a tile right now is the real problem. So in order to leave that path back... Okay, so I carried a tile from all the way over there. In which case, just suppose I grab a tile, place it here, pick up my white tile, and so once again, if there was a tile right in front of me, I would be able to step on it, place the white tile here, and land on it. Go back, fetch that tile, and the puzzle will be solved. So, the question becomes, how do I use all these remaining tiles? Somehow to my advantage? Because there's still a number of tiles around, it'd be nice to use them. But this is exactly what we did before. And it doesn't really help. I can even do this, actually. Oh, that's slightly interesting. I could make a longer fuse. I'm not sure if that's interesting or not. But look at this. I'm still alive, and that tile exists. That feels like that has some possibilities. I'm not sure if it actually helps. It's something to keep in our bag of tricks, but I feel like there's still a better way. So if I were a better way, what would I look like? After a few more minutes, I think I've found something. If I place a block to the left of it, and above it, and get my purple block where I eventually need it, then I can push you south, pick up the white tile while I'm flying, and then, yes, this does it. Because now I can drop off my white tile here, pick up this, put it here, trigger you, and we're done. Great. Okay. I just tried a few things. Like, I don't have a good reasoning for how I got there. It was mostly about realizing that I needed to move more purple tiles because they're on like a checkerboard diagonal. And once I push the statue, I'm on like the opposite of the checkerboard colors or whatever. And so I needed more opposite checkerboard help. And so I needed two different sides of the statue to be covered with purple tiles in addition to the purple tile that I already knew I was going to need there. And once I had that insight, then I was able to find a solution. Great. Okay, we have 4 strange octahedrons. We have 3 push buttons. We have 1 exit. How can I strand an octahedron on a button? One way would be to do something like that. I can't go here, can I? Ooh, okay. The octahedrons restrict my movement in interesting ways. So the only way I can approach... I think I want to pick up the exits. Yeah, The guy to the south of me is inhibiting my movement. It would be nice if I could move in the centered 3x3. So I'm going to attempt to get him out of my hair, as it were. Doing so, as I am fond of saying, is non-trivial. I guess I could move him 1 square to the right. Oh, both squares to the right. Okay, great. He still chases me. Right, he still chases me when I move north off of that corner tile because I move before he does, but he's already made up his mind for which direction he's going to go before I make my move. And he was choosing to follow me to the right. Okay. I understand the game mechanics. Okay, so that is 1. And it feels like I can probably trap the others also on corners by doing something clever along those lines. Also, I have another tile here that I can use. Tiles are great. Did I mention what a fan of tiles I am? I love tiles. I feel like... I don't know what I feel like right now. I don't need this tile here. Oh. No, it's fine. I've got the center 9x9. I don't want that there. I want that there. I don't want to chase you into the center. The reason I am doing this is so that I get access to pick this up and swap it with this, because I think I need the buttons in the corners in order to do what I'm doing. I might be wrong. Okay, and then this one should be easy to close down at this point, because all I need to do is that. There we go. And the door is open, and I'm getting to the exit. Okay, that was a nice, easy one. I'm happy to have the nice, easy one. I'm also happy to have the opportunity afforded to me to change the music again. This is good music. Let's use this one for a bit. So, what am I even doing in here? I don't really know, because I haven't really looked. Okay, I created a white tile. Fantastic. Ah, the reason that any of this is difficult is because Lev is there saying, I will hit you with lightning if you try to use your wand. also known as the Void Rod. Got it. So I need to push tiles to the left? Like, is it not... I see that it's not as easy as what I was originally making it out to be. Oh, and that insta-kill... Oh, because they're already sitting on trigger tiles, and so if I hit any adjacents... Ah, okay. I'm starting to pick up what you're throwing down, video game. So I need to... somehow not connect the top and bottom statues, I think is what I'm seeing. So I think I'm seeing I want to do like this. Well, want is a strong word. That might work though, because then I could do that and that. And except for the fact that I can't get to the right of you now, if I were to push you to the left, then I'd have to push you to the left again, which I'd no longer be able to do because I'd be standing on a bad tile. So how do we reason about how one solves the puzzle? If I do... Now it just like killed all of them, basically. Like I've got... yeah. Okay, interesting mechanic. I can't use my wand, so don't even try. So somehow I have to push one of these statues before it gets triggered. Or before the, tile it's on gets triggered to the left. So either this one is going down 1 and left 3, or, like left 2 and down 1 and left 1, or this one is going up and left. Is there a way... Okay, what if this one somehow creates a white tile here? Is that possible? If this one created a white tile here, it means that this already got triggered, which means that in the creation of the white tile, this one would have been triggered and already turned this one into a white tile here, which is no good. And so the problem... Oh, if there was a white tile here, then I'd be able to push this guy to the left. But I couldn't push him to the left again. So I'd want a white tile. Okay. So... Can I have... No, I just said I can't have this guy create a white tile here. So maybe this guy goes left and up. If this guy somehow went left and up, then I would need a white tile here, which I think is impossible. And also, what's your deal? What's your dealio? Crazy extra statue? In order to get that guy left and up, actually, hold on. I have a possible insight, maybe, possibly, probably not. What if along a long path over here, I push you that way and that way, then I trigger everybody? Right. Oh, but maybe I don't trigger everybody, because maybe I hit the third statue next. But then I trigger everybody. So that didn't really change anything. So I want to find a way to push you left, but not trigger. Yet. So that I can also push you up. How do I imagine that's ever going to happen? Like that. Okay. So except for the fact that I trapped myself, that's what I think is part of the solution to the puzzle. So now I just needed to get someone closer to me somehow, or something. So how could I have gotten anyone closer to me? I mean, I can't. Like, this is so constraining. And anywhere I go triggers this now. Okay. And also, there's still not a white tile here to push you to the left at the end. And remind me what happened with up and left? The problem is this tile. So before I trigger, okay, before I trigger, is this the solution? That's the solution. There we go. The important thing to realize was, yeah, you can delay committing to actually dropping all the tiles, and during that delay, push the statues around some more. I don't know how well I described my mental block there, but that's what it was. And now we fixed it. Great! Okay, once again, single Lev statue, so left hand off the keyboard. Let's just kind of play with it for a moment. It feels, okay, it feels kind of like there's a cascading rightward push or something that's going on here. I imagine that's going to be useful, I'm not sure. But it feels like I want to do... well, that kind of already did that. Like that. And if I somehow did a bunch of these before triggering the next thing... I need 2 rightward pushes. Which, I've already triggered that though, okay. How do I think about this one? Let's assume you are the person, or idol, statue, whatever you are, you're an idol. This is a use idol, is its canonical name. Okay. I need to push you here. I had to rethink about the previous room and how I solved it. I need to push you here, and then push another statue onto the square behind you. No, because that'll trigger you as well. That's a problem. I think I see it. I need to push you here, trigger you early, so that you're already a tile there, and then push somebody else there? No, that's still not right either. Hold on, I think there's still an idea in my brain that's worth exploring. I need to push you here. Let's just experiment with this really quick. I can't push you any farther to the right. I was gonna push this guy here and then down to here. But that would also cause this one just to become a tile right now. And I want it to not become a tile now. So, okay. Let me experiment with something else really quick. If I push you north, I am capable of making this square open. And then having done that, I am capable of filling it with a solid tile. So now if there were a statue here, I could push it to the right. The problem is there's no longer a statue there, and there's one statue over here that I haven't used. Used? I don't know if you pronounce use as use or eus. I've been pronouncing it as use. Or maybe use, Asmodeus? I don't know. Less talky, more puzzle solvey. So, these 2 statues exist. They might exist as obstacles, just so that I have fewer spaces to walk, but they probably exist as puzzle elements where I want to create some extra tiles. But they're pinned against the north and south wall, so maybe not. So what did I do over here? I pushed this one here. I had a realization that I was able to push this one pretty far to the right because there were every other white tiles. Yeah, that was kind of interesting, actually. Let's just witness that again. So... yeah, there still might be something interesting here. I can push this, still get back across. This is not quite it, but I'm just noticing that I can create like a bunch of white tiles in a row. Alright, what have I not considered here? I think I might have something. So continuing on the idea of creating a bunch of white tiles in a row. Do I want to push this guy to the right? I think maybe I do. This is going to go ahead and trigger them now, and I'm okay with that. Then this guy can be put here, and then I want to trigger these tiles, and now there's enough runway that I think I can solve the puzzle. And the other guy was just there for symmetry. Ah, solved the puzzle. Oh, baby. Getting white tiles in a row while there was still a statue alive adjacent to them was the summary of how I solved the puzzle. Okay, great. Exit is way over to my left. There is once again a Lev statue, so once again my left hand gets to sit quietly in my lap while my right hand plays the game on the arrow keys. That's how I choose to play on the keyboard. Kind of the obvious thing is if I could push you to the left and another one to the left and another one to the left, I would get there. And that... I can't push two in a row. So it seems like this one needs to go away, knocked into the void, so that I can push this one left and then push this one down and then push it to the left and then push that guy to the left. That seems kind of straightforward. That seems kind of straightforward. The question becomes, how do I video game? In order to push this guy off, I need this. I guess it could have been this. Okay, so that could have been the way I pushed that guy off. I've wasted one of my statues now, I think. Still might be recoverable, I don't see how. But now I could... Do I want to push you north? I don't see any value in it. Yeah, for now. Oh, I'm not even. I needed to change the nature of that tile. Okay, that one didn't occur to me as a problem tile, but now I see the problem with that tile. That's an easy one to solve because I could just do that, and that problem has been solved. And so we've solved most of the problems. The problem that we have remaining is I have two statues to push over here, but I still need a third. And... pretty sure I can't do it with any of these guys. This guy was close, though. I could have pushed him to the south, maybe, at some point in the past, when I was first standing on that tile. So let's see if I can do that. So, I triggered this tile so that this guy could become a white tile. Then I went ahead and pushed you off so we could start the actual process. Yes, yes. And so what if... oh, I can only push to the left from here once. Let's do it anyway. So here's another guy. And this time I managed to push this guy south, which is improved, but now this one became the problem. And so, is there a way I can transform this tile? I transformed this tile by getting an adjacent guy there. This tile, and these are the statues I didn't take advantage of. less obvious to me how I can utilize those two. How can I imagine utilizing either of these in any useful way? I see something, just as I say that aloud. What if I use this one to push this guy out of the way first, and now I can utilize the one to my right and the one to my up, I think. Because now I can push this guy first, I can push this guy second, and I've already solved it. I don't even need the other two statues. Game, set, match. Void Stranger Gray. Alright. I think that's probably a good place to call it for today. I'm going to say, I hope as always that you all are having a great day, and I will see you again soon with more Void Stranger. For now, bye-bye.